everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is really different to anything that I've done before. I was trying to be as imaginative as possible. I didn't want to do a normal makeup tutorial this week. So this week I decided to transform my mom into looking as much like me as I could make her. That was the challenge. My mum has never been on my channel before, so she was nervous and obviously she didn't want to like talk or anything, so that's why I'm doing the intro on my own. And throughout the video there isn't much chatting, it's mainly voiceover, but just because it's my mum's first time. But she's brave, so please give a thumbs up for her for going on my channel with no makeup on. Mum is legit like one of my best friends, so I'm like so happy that I got to do a video with her, and I'm so excited for you guys to actually see this video. I decided to create like this kind of makeup look that I'm wearing. I'm not going to show you now, you have to wait to the end of the video to see what it ends up being like, but if you want to see the transformation and how things look like towards the end, then just keep on watching. Make sure you subscribe if you love videos like this, and comment down below what kind of video like this you'd like to see next. Do you like to see me transform anyone else? I could transform one of my friends to look exactly like me, or I could transform, I don't know, let me know. Or I could transform a subscriber to look like me. That would be cool. I've seen a lot of videos around this, like transforming my best friend into looking like me, but I hadn't seen a mum one. And me and my mum really don't look alike. Like, we're both Cypriot, but we look really different. Personally, like, people don't think I'm Cypriot. I really don't look like I am, so yeah, we look kind of different. So making her look like me was not like the easiest task, to be honest, just because I don't think we look alike anyway. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna get started into this video. I really hope you enjoy it. Be sure to share this with your friends if you love the concept, and yeah, I love you guys so much and I'm so grateful for all of the support, and let's get on into this video. Let's go. Oh my god, mum, you're me! Yeah. Alright mum, let's get started. Okay guys, so we are going to get started off with moisturising my mum's skin, and I'm taking the Glamglow Glowstarter Moisturiser, and I've been loving this on myself lately and I just find it so nice and glowy. So I'm applying that all over her skin just to add some glow and moisture, and this is in the bronze shade, which is really good for what we're going to be doing. And then on top of that I am taking the Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer just to smooth out any of my mum's textured skin. She has a couple of open pores, so that really helps. And then we are taking the NYX Total Control Foundation, and I'm mixing two shades together. Now, I'm just letting you guys know, my mum's face is going to be quite a bit darker than the rest of her like neck area, but I do take it down to her neck just because she wouldn't have looked as much like me if we didn't make her skin darker, just because I am a lot more tan than her, as you can see. And even then, like, even when you see the end result, she still looks lighter than me just because I'm more tan than her. So yeah, I wouldn't usually do this, of course, but it's just for the sake of making her look like me. And I'm just taking some colour corrector, just adding that to the under eye area, just because it will help us later before we conceal, and I'm using a beauty blender to push that into the skin. Now, I'm going to leave the skin as it is for now, just because we have a lot to do on the eyes, and I find that because eyes mean a lot to me when I do my makeup, I had to spend a lot of time doing them. So I am taking some of the NARS concealer and I just use that as a primer. Just buff that all in using this 3D HD Kabuki brush from Sigma, which I'm still loving, by the way. I used to love this, OG YouTuber days. And I'm just making sure to set that concealer into place, and we are going in with our eyeshadow. So I had to speed this up quite a bit just because showing a full face really can be time consuming, but I'm just creating a really nice smoky eye, which you guys have seen me create on myself quite a few times. So I'm using lots of warm browns and darker shades to really create that like elongated eye shape that I love to wear on myself. And as you can see, I really am creating that outer V. Even though my mum does have slightly hooded eyes, you can get it done. You just really need to make sure that you are really working at the colours and building them up gradually, just because if you went in straight away like sometimes I do on my own eye shape, you might find that the colours get lost in the crease, which can happen with hooded eye shapes. And my mum's eyes aren't super hooded, but because of her age now, she is starting to get slightly more hooded eyes. So I just applied the eyeshadow and made sure to clean up the edges, and then I'm taking some concealer and just creating a semi-cut crease because it wouldn't be me without one. And I'm just taking this Colorpop eyeshadow in the colour Amaze and just patting it on top to give us that really nice golden glistening colour, which you guys know I love to wear on myself. And just applying the base underneath it really helps to make it look more vibrant, which I love to do. And I'm just making sure to like pat this on gradually, just because if you apply too much at once it can have a lot of fallout, and I just love the colour of this, it's so pretty. And I'm just applying some warm eyeshadow to blend that gold into the darker colours that we applied on the outer corner. I just feel that this really adds a nice amount of dimension to the eyes and makes them look more rounded when the eyes are sharp. And then I'm just applying a little bit of a darker colour to the outer V area just to make it a little bit smokier. And like I said, I really do build the eyes gradually just because I find that that's the most successful way to do it. Now I'm applying some concealer to the under eyes. As you can see, I do makeup on myself and other people in a really weird order. I don't know why I do it. I'm taking that same NARS concealer and just using it to really exaggerate my mum's under eye area because I do like to go quite bright on myself. I would never do this with her skin type. If I was just doing her makeup normally, I wouldn't do this basically, but obviously for the sake of the video, it is meant to be dramatic. This wouldn't be how I do her makeup for her, but it's just because I'm doing it as I would do it on myself, if that makes sense. So I'm making sure to blend that in with a beauty blender and also a brush, and then I'm taking the Born This Way powder from Too Faced, which I've been loving by the way, and I'm just applying it onto her skin and just making sure to set every single little area and just making sure that it's nice and mattified. Okay, so moving on to bronzer now. This is super important and I actually apply more bronzer later because I realised how important it actually was. Just because I do love bronzer on my skin and just adding that onto the outer perimeter of her face really does start to shape the face, but also add the colour to the skin as well, which I find super important when creating a Leyla look because I do love to look bronzed. And then I just applied some brightening powder from Rodial just under the under eye area, on the chin and the forehead, just to brighten them, and then some contour to the hollows of the cheeks as well. I didn't go too crazy with this just because my face is quite a round face anyway. I don't really have like super defined cheekbones, but I am making sure just to go underneath my mum's jawline because my jawline is a little bit more defined than hers is, so that's why I went ahead and done and just contoured a little bit more around that area rather than the cheekbones. Right, now the eyebrows are probably the most challenging part out of them all just because, as you can see, my mum has quite a round eyebrow shape, so I went in with a little bit of the Benefit Brow Primer just to set them into place before I start filling them in. Now I found it really hard because I needed to sort of stand in front of her and I didn't want to block the camera, so it was hard to get quite a bit of it in, but what I did was went underneath the brow first of all and I tried to make it as straight as possible just because obviously my eyebrows are quite straight compared to hers. It does have an arch, but they are quite straight, and I did that with the Anastasia Brow Wiz first, and then I went in with some actual like brow pomade and started to create hair strokes, and I did go underneath it with some concealer as well just to add a little bit more drama to it, even though I don't really do this on myself anymore because we did fake the eyebrow shape. The concealer really helped, and I do show you a little bit more on the other eyebrow as well just because I found it so hard to capture this on camera because it was just like, it was quite a mission because her eyebrows are such a different shape to mine. But as you can see on the kind of center part of the brow, I'm really flicking upwards to create the effect of hair. So now I'm doing some winged eyeliner, and again, you can get it done even if your eyelids are a little bit more hooded. So the way that I did it was making her look forward so I can see where her crease is and then creating the wing. I didn't go for anything too crazy just because it didn't make much sense to do that, but I did still get that wing done because it wouldn't be a look of mine without one. And I applied some mascara and of course my false lashes. I applied House of Lashes Iconics on her because they are one of my favorites and they were the ones that I was wearing today, or I was wearing the Cocoa Goddess, but they're super similar, so yeah, I applied them on and my mum found them so weird because they are really heavy, and I just made sure that they blended in with the rest of my mum's eyelashes. Okay, so next I'm going to be applying some pencil kohl eyeliner into the waterline just because this really does help to sort of close up my mum's eyes a little bit because she does have actually bigger eyes than I do for sure. I have quite small eyes, so yeah. And I applied some bronzer again and I started to contour her nose just because it kind of like narrows it down a little bit, and I always contour my nose as well, so I went and applied some of that and I highlighted the center to really make it look a little bit more narrow, and then went on top of that with a beauty blender just to make sure that it looks nice with the rest of the skin. And I did apply some highlight as well to my mum's skin. This is Champagne Pop by Becca, and I didn't want to apply too much even though it is quite highlighted just because of her skin texture. I didn't want to go too crazy with it. And then I did overline my mum's lips a lot. I know that obviously I would never, there's so many things about this look that I would never do on her if it was down to me, but because I was creating something that I would wear and I wanted her to look as similar to me as possible, I had to overline it quite a bit. So I used Cappuccino Lip Liner from Rimmel and the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and that is the finished look, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. My mum is... What do you think?
I think I look a bit like you now.
A little bit. I think we've never really looked like alike. I look like a different race, I think, and I kind of had to make you a different race because you were quite a bit darker.
Yeah.
I mean, you're quite a bit lighter. I had to make you darker. But yeah, like this is how it came out. Obviously, there's a limit, but like, do you know what I gotta say? Okay, I'm very impressed with the eyebrows. Like your eyebrows
really shape them differently.
Like, can we? Obviously, like everything looks very different on me because my features are.
I'm not sure about them.
It's very overlined, okay? Obviously, you'd never go out like that. You know, it's very different, but this is how it came out. This is my mum, and we're gonna go now. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Thumbs up this video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! You really are me, aren't you? Stop up. What is going through your head right now?
You're humiliating me.
I knew that you were going to say that. I am going to fix it, Mum.
Why are you putting it in my ears?
Because your ears are white. Yes, Mum. Glow.
You know there's women out there that want to look like their daughters?
Are you one of them?
No.
I got it from my mama. I got it. You're going to be me and you're going to like it.